Assalamu alaikum. Have you guys ever wondered how often do you feel free to express yourself without fear of being judged? Is interpersonal communication more effective than media at influencing public opinion? What happens when people have two beliefs that contradict one another? If all these questions sound interesting to you, do you want to know the answers? Then stick around with me till the end. With that being said, let's jump right into the main topic, and that is through the lens of the film Toilet, a Love Story, the analysis of the mass communication theories. Before getting on to the theories, I would like to point out the synopsis of the film. It's about a woman named Zaya who threatens to divorce her husband, Keshav, if he does not install any toilets in the house. To win back her love and respect, he heads out on a journey to fight against the backward society. So while watching the film, the first theory that pops in my head is social learning theory. This theory argues that new behaviors can be learned by observing and imitating others from childhood. So in the film, the Lota Party members or the women in the village have been seeing their family defecating in the open or bushes from their childhood. Following this behavior and habits, they got used to defecating without toilets. That's how they went through the social learning process. Second theory is propaganda theory. This theory explains how people are brainwashed and how the public thinks that propaganda gives approval to economic, social, and political policies. For example, the villagers have a faith that if they construct any toilets in the village, their culture will be destroyed. But they didn't know whether is it true or false. So the existing village culture itself is a propaganda. From a positive point of view, the issue of focusing on toilets in the media to bring the light of government's attention and the country as a whole is just a propaganda ploy by the media. So the third theory is agenda setting theory. This theory is all about the media tries to influence the audiences and establishes a hierarchy of news prominence. The news of Zaya and Keshav's chances of getting divorced due to the lack of toilets in the house was more circulated in the media at that time. It was an agenda by the media to create awareness in the society so that people could understand the benefits of having toilets in the house. Moving on to the spiral of silence theory, and this theory brings up the first question, and the answer could be always, sometimes, or never. But according to the spiral of silence theory, we have a tendency to remain silent when our opinion conflict with the dominant perspective on a topic. In the film, the women in the society are the victims of it. They always had a mindset that if they speak up, nobody will listen to them. Instead, they thought they had to endure humiliation. That's why they didn't speak up. Furthermore, this theory also claims that there are some exceptional people in the society. Zaya and Keshav are that exceptional people. Next one is uses and gratification theory. This theory states that how individuals utilize the media to meet their own wants and feel satisfied when those needs are met. This concept is best illustrated by Zaya's father and her uncle. They both are great admirers of Sunny Leon. They feel satisfied and fulfill their needs by watching that kinds of contents. Now, the two-step flow theory. Interpersonal communication is more effective than mass media at influencing public opinion. There is an opinion leader who closely observes the mass media and communicate their views to others. In the movie, Sarpanch or the village councillor is that opinion leader. Magic bullet theory, also known as hypodermic needle theory. This theory implies that mass media is like shooting bullets of information at the passive audiences. The news article titled "The Divorce of Husband and Wife Due to Lack of Toilets in the House" attracts everyone. This news spread in the society in such a way that it forced the government and the bureaucrats to think about it twice and take necessary steps to fix this issue. Media dependency theory. This theory predicts a correlation between the media dependence, importance, and the influence of the mass media, and also claims that each person uses the media in different ways. The incident of Zaya and Keshav was a big issue in the society. Soon it became a hot topic in the news. Everybody wants to know whether Zaya would divorce her spouse or not. This increased amount of interest enables the viewers to rely on the news media more, and that's how the media dependency theory works. Last but not least, cognitive dissonance theory. So when people have two beliefs that contradict one another, they feel mental discomfort. They tend to seek consistency in their attitudes and perceptions. But the inconsistency of what they believe and how they behave motivates in some actions that will minimize the discomfort feelings. In the movie, Keshav always had the idea that there is no need of toilet in the house, but soon, by the demands of Zaya, his view changed. The inconsistency of these two ideas create a conflict in Keshav's mind. But at the end, Keshav took the high steps in building the toilet inspired by Zaya. And that's all it for me. I hope you got all the answers that you need. I'm Steve Salgra Rema. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them in the comment section. Thank you so much for your time.